So one time, it was me, my mama, my baba, Noura, Muhammad, and Ahmed, all in one car. This isn't a van, this is a regular little car. We're all stuffed in the back. I'm in the funky position. My mom was like, "Come like the cop won't see you." I'm like this, my legs are in the air. We got away with so many tickets because of that. But basically, I keep looking at myself at that, it's really weird. We were going to Pier 39. It's a place where you can just go there, walk, eat ice cream. We did it like every Sunday because we wanted to, be different. I don't know. But we get out the car, we're walking as a whole family, we're taking pictures everywhere, even though we've been there every single Sunday for the past 6 weeks. And we finally get there, and for the sake of I don't know what reason, we went there on the one day a year that San Francisco hosts the annual Gay Pride Parade. And anywhere else, it's just normal for everybody, even everybody who lives in the Bay Area. But for my mom, who's very, on the strict side and, very reserved, what she saw was something totally different. And I think I was 6 years old, staring at this like, oh my God. So the next thing was like a scene out of an Arab zombie movie, because my mom grabbed my hand and all I heard was, Astaghfirullah! And she throws me into the car. And the whole ride home, it's my mom, Astaghfirullah. My dad's listening to Kulthum. By the way, for those of you guys who don't know who Kulthum is, do you know who Kulthum is? You do? Okay, anybody not? You don't?
No.
She's the Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, One Direction, Beyonce of the Arab world. So I hated her because I thought her voice sounded like a man, but everybody loves her. I love how when I said One Direction, I have this plan where if ever I tell a story and nobody laughs, all I do is Zayn Malik. And everybody goes crazy. It's like my go-to thing. Alright, so I want to tell you a story of my first video. Usually I tell the story of when I did Middle Eastern parents. But I want to tell you the story of when I did my first video, again, 6 years old. So growing up, my brother always used to put me in videos. I remember I was Princess Diana. I was the Barbie in the Barbie Girl music video. And I was all these random things. And it was okay because, we were having fun. So one time my brother wanted me to be this superstar in a video. So we go into my sister's bathroom, he grabs something out of the thing, he puts it all over his hand and puts it all over my hair. Within 10 minutes of it being on my hair, it smelled disgusting. Like it smelled like the worst thing I have ever smelled before. Within 15 minutes of it being on my hair, my head was on fire. Like horribly. So my brother rushes me downstairs and he goes to Mama. She's cooking in the kitchen watching ART from like 45 feet away. The volume is so loud. But basically he goes to her and he goes, Mama, I put this on Yusuf's head and now it smells disgusting and now his head is on fire. Thinking it was gel. She looks at him. Well, like, you idiot, that's not gel, that's Nair! That's Nair, Habibi! I didn't know what Nair was. All I remember is my mom straight up like a soldier picked me up over the sink. Getting it out of my head. And for all the guys in here who have no idea what Nair is, first of all, God bless you. Second of all, Nair is a hair removal product for women. We have loud voices, which is a beautiful thing, correct? But here's why I'm telling you this. In elementary school, again, see, I have a scarred childhood. Everybody whispers during read time. Everybody does. But every single time I whispered and said, yo, what book are you reading? The teacher would go, Yusuf, be quiet. So of course, you too, right? So of course, me growing up in an Arab Muslim household, I thought I was getting discriminated against because everything I hear at home. So I go home and I'm like, Mama, everybody in the class whispers, but the second I do, the teacher gets me in trouble. My mom got mad, she put on her hijab, she put on her clothes, she called Sitti, and I met her said, nobody discriminates my son. We get to school, hello, we get to school, I do that a lot, sorry. Here's what happened. This was the fastest parent-teacher conference of all time ever. The teacher's right there where you are. I'm right here, scared as hell. My mom comes right here. Here's exactly how it went down. I could do this without a mic, but I won't. So she's coming, she has so much swag. She sits down. And with the biggest smile, "Why are you always picking on my son?" The teacher looked at her and said, "Oh my God, Mrs. Ericat, I'm so sorry. It was a misunderstanding. I see exactly where it comes from. You're free to go." My mom picks up her purse. "Yusuf, I was here in this country before she was. Nobody picks on my son, Yusuf. I'm allowed to be here." So my mom always points the finger card, and that always happens. Fast forward really quick, I want to tell you another time it happened. The year after that, I had the same teacher, and I got in trouble again. And the reason I got in trouble this time was because everywhere we go, my father refers to everybody as my friend. So he would go, "My friend, how are you, my friend?" We'd be in a store, "My friend, how are you? Can I get a discount, my friend?" I got accustomed to it. So, one time my teacher asked me why I didn't do my homework, and I said, "My friend, I'm sorry." She looked at me, "My friend? That's how you're gonna refer to your teacher? You said my friend?" So she calls my mom. My mom wasn't able to come this time, so she calls Saleh. "Saleh, Yusuf got in trouble, go to school with him." The second fastest parent-teacher conference in the whole world. My dad didn't even know why I got in trouble, but my dad doesn't talk, by the way. He listens to M. Kulthum, Abdul Halim in the car. We don't talk, nothing. He knows nothing about anything. I love him, though. So we go, we sit down. I'm nervous as hell. The teacher's looking. "My friend, what did my son do to you?" "Mr. Ericat, your son got an A+ on his last test. You're free to go home." "Wallah shatir, Yusuf. Wallah, I knew you were doing your homework every day." Never got in trouble because of that. My parents were like every time I got in trouble, my parents got me out of getting in trouble. So I love them for that. It wasn't an odd moment, but okay. How many of you, again, sorry I'm picking on parents, I thought, you're already raising your hand? Really? If I said, how many of you have fungus on your toes? I would raise my hand. All right. How many of you dislike going grocery shopping with your parents? Sorry parents, don't worry, we love to. We love to for 4 hours a day, I'm sorry. Because I'm going to tell you the reason why I don't. It's not because if I went there like Sunday, we'd get home on Monday. It's not because my mom would be on aisle 12 and I'd be on aisle 1. She's like, "Yusuf, jab til bed?" Yusuf, did you get the eggs for the people? Sorry, I haven't been translating. Not because of that, but because after we finish the grocery shopping and everything, my mom has this thing where she likes to go outside, and she stands right by the car, and she pulls out her receipt, and all you see is... And every single time she sees it, oh, I don't want to say the word, she talks about the clerk, but she goes inside. "Excuse me, it says 4-pound mangoes. Where did you see 4-pound mangoes?" "Ma'am, the 4th bag to the right." My mom goes, "Wallah, I didn't see it! Wallah, I didn't see it!" Every single time. And, I learned to stay in the car because I want to avoid the embarrassment. My mom just comes back in the car. "Yalla, let's go home. This is my mistake." Always, always, always. My mom to break the moments of silence doing all these things, because my dad falls asleep within like 10 minutes. My mom's always like, "Saleh, it's hot, I'm Saleh." My dad's out. My uncle, he has this tasbih on his hand, he's going over and over and over again. My aunt's not saying anything, so my mom, with her beautiful laugh to break the moment of silence, she's just sitting there. She remembers something from the day before and she doesn't say it. And that happens for like 10 minutes. Am I sweating? Is that what that indicated? Oh man. It's the Arab and hummus. I'm pouring out hummus. I love your show. Alright, so to break these moments of silences at our house, we decided to go bowling one time, right? right? And I always talk about parents, but I want to talk about khaltis for a second. I want to talk about our aunts, right? So, I don't know how it is in Dearborn, because, you know, you guys have a lot of Arab here, but to go bowling with like your whole family is okay with you guys. In the Bay Area, when we went bowling and my mom called every single Arab dog, us having lanes 1 through 13 was a huge thing. So we're all at the bowling alley, and my khalti was there, and she's never gone bowling in her life, the sweetest soul. She's like 52 pounds. She wears a full abaya, she has her hijab on and everything. So she's going bowling for the first time in her life. Everybody in the bowling alley right now is scared, because they see that, you know, I'm sorry, but they were scared that Arabs had lanes 1 through 13. They didn't know what was going on. We're loud, you know, we played over the music because our talking and everything, but here's where it got bad. Khalti was going bowling for her first time. She had a really heavy ball. She's going like this, she gets ready. Her eyes right here, and you see her shoes. She's getting ready, she goes like this. And I kid you not, as she went like this, all you see is this. She lets go. She went flying in the air because she's so light. But the worst... I feel bad saying the worst part is, as it happened, everybody in the bowling alley who's already scared said, "They're doing it! They're actually doing it! I love my Patty for that story, though. I always pick on her because of it. She's a sweetheart.
I like the one whose eye holds in.
I'm really bad at it. So, and I didn't. In junior high, right?